Alright, in this tutorial, we're going to be learning how to create Facebook advertising in 2024, the best way so far. And you're going to actually want to stick to this tutorial till the end if you really want to know how to bring everything together and to be able to manage your Facebook ad very well. So here, you're going to learn the beginner's guide and how to move from a beginner to becoming at least a pro advertiser, so to speak. So what you want to do is, as a first timer, is you want to have what we call business manager account. Now it is good that you have Facebook business. It is good that you have that particular account because it actually helps you to be able to bring everything together and to be able to monitor your advertising. And so the first thing that you want to actually do is you want to go on business.facebook.com/overview, and that is what we actually have here. Once you go there, it's going to bring you to a page like this where you're going to have to create an account. So, but for me, I'm not going to be doing that. Like if I hit on this, it's going to actually tell me to create business manager account. Okay, let me just walk you through this and let's go through it together. Although I already have a business manager account in my ads manager. So all you want to do is you put in a particular name. So let's call this FAD account. Let me just call this FAD account. And then the next you want to choose is you want to choose your name. What name are you going to be calling that ad account? So let's call this experiment, or let's call it sample. Let me just call this sample. And then the email address that you want attached to it. So you put in the email address and then like that, and then you submit. So I'm not going to be going through this, but this is exactly what you do because I have a business manager account already, and then I don't want Facebook flagging my account. So once you do that, it's going to bring you to an interface like this. So, but once you come to that interface, yours is not going to be like this because this is already set up to some extent. So you're going to have, but this is pretty much what you should have, I believe. So the first thing you want to do is you want to add people, or you add yourself to the business manager account. You want to add your Facebook profile to this business manager account. Yes, of course, you created the business manager account in your Facebook profile, but you still need to import your particular Facebook profile to be able to manage this business account. Or you can also add external people, that is people who are on Facebook but who you want to work with them, and then you can import them down here. Like as you can see, I added this. Of course, this is my name, Michael Umadu. I invited, but if you check this particular Facebook profile that I use in creating this business manager account, it is not my Facebook profile. This is the profile I used, but then I can still work on this particular business manager account. So the next thing you want to do is you want to either import people, and then you also probably want to assign partner. Now look at what Facebook says here. Facebook says partner to share assets with, give them permission to work on your assets so that they can help you manage pages or your ads. So you can add people as partner, or you can just import people. Partner to request access from, or do you want to work with another business? But these are advanced stuff, and then this is not necessary for you. So system users, you also want to add people who can manage a lot of things for you. So we'll not go through that. So let's come straight to what is more important to you as a beginner. So you come to page. So in case you don't have a page, and you want to create page for this business, you can come to these pages, and then you can either you add page by adding a page, request access to a page, or you create a new page. So when you go on add page, it means you are adding a page that is already existing in your Facebook profile that you want to use for the advertising, then you just add that page. But if that page is not on your profile, is not on your Facebook profile, and then is another person's Facebook profile, you can request access to that page. And then if you don't have at all, and then you want to create new, or you have one but you want to add, then you can create new page. Then let's go to add account. So in this space, what you want to do is you want to add account on your Facebook on this business manager. So what you want to do is you click on add, and then you can add another account, or you can request access to an ad account. So if an ad account is not within your Facebook profile, you can request access to that particular ad account, or you can create a new ad account. So now this functionality helps you to be able to create multiple ad accounts that you can use in advertising, and this is how you can be able to have another account down, and then you can also use another ad account within your business manager to advertise. And you can also use these to advertise for different niches, so that at the end of the day, Facebook will be able to help gather data that will be relevant for a particular ad account. So you don't want to be advertising on different brands and then use different ad account and then use the same ad account for that. You not be able to, for instance, you will not be able to track conversion, especially when you are adding pixels and the rest of them like that. So the pixel will bring in multiple data of different interests. So you might not really understand what I'm saying, but basically you can create ad accounts and then you can use in advertising. Now, the question you want to ask me is what happens to the ad account you already have? Don't forget, we're talking about you advertising and not you boosting posts. This is not boosting posts, this is you advertising. So what happens to that ad account is that it's going to still remain in your Facebook profile, but this ad account that you're creating, or you can import that ad account exactly into this business manager, or you can create a new ad account and then leave that. And so what I advise from experience is that you leave that particular ad account and then you create a new ad account for this business manager so that when this ad account has issue, you have an ad account that can help you to appeal for this business manager, and that's it. So the next thing we want to do is here you can also give people access to business assets like pixel, which choose which pages and other and pages, other accounts and pixels you want to group together. So here is where you can put a lot of business assets and pages together and then you group them together. This is all about managing things, helping you to manage your pixels, especially when you have multiple pixels, you'll be able to manage them in one place. And then here on this app, this is for people who are advertising, sending traffic to apps. So before you be able to do that, you need to add an app to your business account so then you can send traffic to that. And of course, this is also for advanced advertisers. So Instagram account, this is where you link your Instagram account. So all you just need to do is you need to click on add, and then you connect your Instagram account to this board. You can see you can only add one Instagram professional account to Meta business account. So I've already added, so I can't add. But for you, this place will actually be empty, and then you can connect your Instagram account here. So the next thing you want to do is you also want to add your WhatsApp account. Adding your WhatsApp account, you just click on add and then you put in the number and then you click on here Nigeria KNGN, and then you put the number here and then you continue, put your country's phone number code and then you put the number there and then you continue, and then that account will be added to it will be added to WhatsApp. And mind you, you can add multiple WhatsApp accounts, and it's not just WhatsApp account you're going to be adding, it is WhatsApp business. And so that is that. So all of these other things are things that you can also go through and then you check more on them and then see how you can maneuver them. But these are the most important part of this process, and that is so. Now after you have done this, the next thing now is how do I create the ad, which is most why you've actually been sticking around so far. So you click on those three dots here, all tools, and then you come on Ads Manager. You click on Ads Manager, and this takes you straight to the Ads Manager where you'll be able to create. So from here, you hit on Create, and before that, let me quickly show you. You can see that the ad account you've created there, make sure it's that ad account you're actually using. As you can see, we have two ad accounts in this account. We have this this particular one, which is the root ad account of the Facebook profile used in creating this business manager. I hope you understand that. And then this is the ad account that was created in the business manager. So like that, but just for the sake of this segment of the tutorial, I'm going to be using this particular one. So make sure you are using the right ad account. So once you click on that, it loads up for you. And then the next thing you click on is you start from here by clicking create. So once you click on create, it brings you here. And then from buying type, you can see auction and reach and frequency. For you, what you're just going to do is just go with the first option. And then here we have the campaign objective. Now, Facebook ad is structured in three ways. We have the campaign level, the ad set level, and the ad level. Like this, the campaign, ad set level, ads level. The campaign level is where you choose the kind of ad you want to run. And then the asset level is where you do your targeting and then you set your budgeting. and then you set your placement. Yes, where you want the ad to appear at the asset level. You set your targeting, you set your budgeting, you set where you want the ad to appear on on Facebook or on Instagram. And then the ad level is where you are able to set the image, the text, the copy that you're going to be using for the ad. So let's go on and let's hit on create. And then we have different objectives here. Awareness is mostly if you want your product to be known, and then you really don't want conversion. You just want people to know more about you. Traffic is when this is also having to do more with bringing people closer to your brand. You want brand engagement. And so this engagement also has to do with getting messages, wanting people to share your post and the rest of them like that. So these three actually look alike, but leads is where you want people to submit number, website, emails to you, and then you want to really have people's real number and then reach out back to them. And then app promotion is, of course, if you are promoting app, and sales is when the type of ad you want to run is for people to just come and buy your product. And this is what most people will be going for. Now, I advise that you run ads ranging from traffic or from sales. If you are a new person and then you really do not have anything on your page, you don't have any likes, I'll advise you run traffic ads. At least you have some traction, and then after that, you can then come on sales. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going with sales, and then I'll click on that, and then we'll go on continue. And so once you come here, there are two options here. You can use advanced plus shopping campaign, which means Facebook is going to automatically set up this campaign for you. Your placement and every other thing will be set by them, but then you don't want to use it. So what you want to do is you want to do manual sales campaign. So you click on this option, and then you click on continue. And so once you do that, it loads up and then gives you a page where you can then begin to create your ads. So don't forget, we have the campaign level, we have the asset level, and then we have the ad level. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to name this, and then you can name it anything. And so I'm going to call this FAD campaign. So let's just call it FAD. And so let it be like that. So don't forget that when you are naming, you want to make sure that you're not putting in names that will strike you out, and then Facebook will actually have to ban you. Yes, Facebook ad policies, they begin to look out for sketchy things, or even writing from your nomenclature. I don't know if I got that right. Yes, what I actually meant is the way you name your campaign. So, for instance, if you're advertising something that is on health mostly, and then you are being like drugs for diabetes in your campaign name, you're actually putting in flag words that are going to be flagged. So I have a complete video, a complete tutorial that shows you how to avoid this. I'll put the link in the description, then you can go through it and then know how to avoid those things. So I'll just put this flag. This is for you, not for anybody. So just put in something you remember. And so after that, the next thing you want to do is categorize your ads. Now, mostly this is actually for people who are making adverts that are outside some scopes like that. Maybe your ad is more sensitive, and then you actually want to put them into category, but I actually don't use this functionality. So you can pretty much leave it empty. Buying type, we've already set it, auction and the rest of them like that. So use a catalog. This is if you actually have product uploaded in your e-commerce catalog. And of course, this is also advanced stuff, and then you don't really need this. So this is where you can then add product from your catalog, and then you can use them. A/B test is if you have multiple ads, multiple images, multiple copies, and then you want to test them and see which one performs best, you can switch this on. And once you switch on the A/B test, Facebook is going to be helping to compare those particular texts and see the one that perform best, and then that's the one they'll be showing to the audience. But then also you don't need this. So advantage campaign budget, I advise you actually put this on so that Facebook will be able to be applying the money gradually, as the ad is being run. So when it comes to budgeting, you can either set a lifetime budget or daily budget. I love going with daily budget so that I'll know how much I'm spending per day on an ad, and then I can know when to switch off the ad. Since you have the opportunity to switch off and to switch on your ad, you actually can go with daily budgeting, and then you leave that like that. So campaign B strategy, what B strategy do you want? Highest volume, get most result for your budget. That is, we are talking about setting your budget. Cost per result goal, aim for a certain cost per result while maximizing the volume of result. So if you're actually using this cost per result goal, what you are going to be doing is you are going to be setting a particular amount of money you are willing to spend on a particular result you're looking for. But I really don't advise you actually do this. So I always advise that you go with the highest volume so that you get the most result for your budget, so that the Facebook will be able to use the amount of money you have to bring in most more people for you. So we have other options, beat scalp and the rest of them, but I'll just advise you go with the highest volume and then like that. So after you have set all this, now you have the option to also increase your budget during specific times and period, and this only can be useful for you if you have monitored when your ad performs best, and then you want to probably your ad performs best on weekend basis, and then you can increase the rate, your budget. You can tell Facebook to increase the amount of money they spend on your ad during the weekend. So if you have got data that supports that, you can actually switch this on. But for me, for this tutorial, we're just going to leave it like that, and then we'll click on next. So now the next thing is that we come to the asset level. And so the asset level, we call this FAD, and then we are going to call this interest. And so let's just call INT, and let's just leave it like that. So like that, or let me just call this NG. So we know that we are running this ads we are showing it to people in Nigeria only. So now at this level, the next thing you want to do is, where do you want this traffic to be driven to? You are bringing traffic from Facebook to, are you taking it to a website? Do you have your product niched out, specified on website, or do you have an app you want them to download, or do you want to drive sales and conversion on your website or app? And then no apps are available. Are you getting me? So that means you are going to be driving those sales and then pushing them there. So for the purpose of this, we are actually going to be doing messaging apps, and then you can also choose call, drive sales and conversion through phone calls. So here people will actually be delivering their actual numbers to you, and then you can follow them up. And this, if your business demands this, then you put up this setting. But then for the purpose of this, we're going to be using messaging apps. Like, we want people to reach out to us on either WhatsApp, Instagram messaging, Facebook messaging. So this is the option you choose. So here I'm going to be choosing messaging app. And don't forget, this particular ad, we want these guys to reach out to us on WhatsApp. So the page is already chosen. This is where you click on and then you select the page. If you have multiple pages, this is where you click and then you select the particular page you want. But this is the page I want and it's already set. And that is why I'm going to leave this page like this. Now, the next thing that you're going to also now do is, if you want people to reach out to you on Messenger, then you can leave this particular messenger icon on, and then this Instagram messaging, you leave it on. But for me, I don't want it. I only want them to reach out to me on WhatsApp, which is what you want. And so you just unclick all those ones and then leave WhatsApp only on. So now the other thing that we are going to do is, we are going to set our performance goal. So what goal do we want to look out for? Maximize number of conversations. Do you want Facebook to check how well your ad is performing based on the number of people that are actually messaging you? Or do you want them to base that on the number of people that are visiting your website, or that are clicking through and then visiting that page where it shows them to then go through to your WhatsApp? Now, for WhatsApp ad, it is best you choose this, but if we're actually running that particular add into a website, then you want to choose maximize number of conversions so that you can be able to really track your conversion. So now here is where you just set the time you want the ad to appear. If you want the ad to appear after creating it, you don't need to set anything. But if you are creating this ad and then you want it to appear maybe tomorrow or in the future, then you can set the date here and then you set the time and everything, and then you leave that there. Now the other thing you're going to be doing is adding add set spend limit. If you actually want to set a particular limit of amount of money you want the ad to use, then this is where you want to set it. But I don't advise you do this, since you are going to be having that ability to switch off and on your ad. So you just leave that empty. Now, audience controls, this is where you want to come to locations. Now, you can restrict locations here, and then what that means is that here, if you actually exclude locations from here, any location you are excluding is not going to be, the people in that location are not going to be seeing that ad. Now we are advertising in Nigeria, right? And so you can exclude, you can include other locations and then you can exclude them here. And so that is what that setting is for. So let's move over and then let me show you some more advanced stuff here. So now minimum age, which age, exclude this custom audience. Now this is only useful for you if you have custom audiences. And of course, I have tutorials on custom audience on this channel. I'll put the link in the description and then you can go through that and then check out how to actually use that. But what we are more particular about, what is we are more concerned about at this level is this audience plus advantage plus audience. So at this level is where you then want to set your targeting. This is where targeting, this is what targeting is all about. What people do you want your ads to be shown to? Their age group. This is where you set it. So let's assume we are setting this ad. We want this ad to only be shown to people between the ages of 20 and 40. So we set it here 20 and 40. And like that, we have it. Now, gender, let's assume this ad, we only want it to be shown to women only. You set it to men only. All that means all of them. Then you leave them at all. So for this ad, we leave it at all. And here is now where we set our detailed targeting. Now, detailed targeting is not something we can cover the nitty-gritties in this particular tutorial. I'm just actually showing you the interface and how you create ad for yourself. So, but if you want to learn more about detailed targeting, I have video that in this particular channel that also shows you some hacks that you can make when it comes to targeting audience on Facebook. But for here, let's assume we are putting out this ad to people who are interested in forex trading. So I'm going to write in here, and then I don't want Facebook to just be showing my ads to everybody. I just want it to be on forex trader. So here I'm going to write forex. So let's see what it brings out. So now you can see we have a lot of people here. We have people whose whose title are employers of forex trader, and we have people whose job title is forex trader. We have people who interest is forex trader. We have people whose interest is forex signal trader. So we have a lot of things here. Just go through it yourself, and then you know what you are going to add. So forex online trading. Let me go with this. And so let's assume we are going to be targeting this guy. So let's see how broad this audience is. This audience is 1.9 million, and this is pretty good for us. It's pretty good for us. But then I'm also going to show you one other tweak that you can do that will help you further. Now, you can define this audience further and sieve them so that you get more quality audience out of them. So one of the things I do is that I try to segment my audience based on the gadgets they use and their access to internet. So I use that to actually gauge how relevant they are to my ad. So what I mean is that you can click on define folder, and for this we want to show this ad to people who only access Facebook through 4G network. For me, these are more high quality audience compared to people who access Facebook through 2G and 3G. And of course, anybody accessing Facebook through 3G and 2G, they are not really serious internet users. And so you don't want your ad to be shown to those people. And Facebook gives you the ability to segment those people and remove them while you are trying to advertise. And also this depends on your product, what you're advertising and what you are looking out for. So for me, I'm going to segment this people. So we are typing in Facebook access network. So let's see what it brings up for us. So here you can see we have, this is their behavior. Now behavior is different from interest. Now when you are targeting people based on interest, we have target people based on interest. That is why we target people on forex trading. The next thing you want to do is you want to target people based on their behavior. At least match this up to segment some things and sieve your audience. So these guys that actually access Facebook via 4G, I like them, and then they are more quality people to me. So you click on them and then it's going to sieve and reduce the audience. So we have our audience from 1.9 million to 420,000 people. And then I'm good to go with these guys. So that is that. And then you can define further, refine further. Don't forget, while you are refining your audience, you want to make sure that your audience is large enough. You have a large sample size that is big enough for Facebook to be able to use and you know and be able to deliver your adverts to them and then generate quality data for you. And if your product cuts across countries and you can offer for instance, if you are into training and then you can offer across Nigeria, once you have said this, you can then go to the region and then you can add multiple countries like here Nigeria. Let's increase this. Let me show you sample and let's go to South Africa too. South Africa, and let's include these guys, people in South Africa too, that is included. And so you can see once we included these guys, our audience size increases and then we have 559,000. That's from 420 to 559,000. So you can keep adding those countries, and then like that your ads will be shown across those countries. So the other thing we are going to do right now is the placement. Now, this is where you want your ads to appear on Facebook. Do you want it to appear on Facebook right column? Let me show you what that means. This is Facebook right column here. As you can see, we have sponsored ads appearing here. And then, or do you want it to appear in the news feed like this one? This one that we are seeing here is appearing in the news feed. Or do you want the ad to appear in Facebook Reels? That is when you click on like this video, and then while you're watching the video, while people are watching the video that are here, you want Facebook to also show ad on that. So those are what placement actually means. And so different places that you want them. And so Facebook also have a way of naming every other different places that are attached to that is attached to their interface. So that is basically what placement means. So they give you the option of advantage plus placement, where they will be the one to choose the places they will show those ads on Facebook or on Instagram or on their other partners, or their other partners who give them the ability to also show ads on their platform. All right. So now I'm going to go with manual placement, which is what you want to go with. And in case you want to probably run your ads on Instagram only, all you just need to do is to uncheck all these other uh, placement, and then you just leave Instagram. So if you want it to show on every other place, you leave it here. So for me, I love using Facebook and Instagram. If you want it to show on Facebook and Instagram, you just check these two, and that's it. And then you can come down here and do further settings. Further settings, like you remove if you don't want it on news feed, if you don't want it on Instagram feed, but you want it on other parts, on other placements on Instagram, then you can leave it. So just go through all the settings, and then the ones you like, you just choose, and then that will be it. So after you have done this and then you are pretty much okay with what you have, then you click on next. Once you click on next, we go to the add level. So here I'm going to just write FAD, and then I'm going to put IMG. So I'm using image for this ad, and so that's why I'm putting IMG. So right now, what you want to do right here is, this is the place where you then put in your image. Of course, you want to make sure that your image is already, it has been designed, and then it goes along with the dimension of the placement you're using. So what that means is that if you're actually using Instagram, make sure that you are using an Instagram dimension that is, you are using an image that is in line with Instagram dimension. If it is on Facebook, you also want to do likewise. So here you come and then you add media. Is it video? Is it image? Make sure you have it already prepared, both whether it is video or image. You want to make sure they adhere to those particular rules. So I have an image here, and then I pretty much like it. I'm going to use it. But then for you, you can, if you don't have anything, which is most likely what will happen, you can choose image. So let me also choose this one, and then you open, and then we have the image there. And so let me just choose this one, and then we click on next. And so we click on next, we click on done, and so we have our image that we are going to be using. And don't forget, you can add multiple images. So after adding that, you can also go ahead and then you can add more images, especially if you're actually running a carousel ad. So if you're running carousel ad, you're going to be adding more images. So that's where you'll be adding more images. uh, you add more images, add image cards, and then you add a lot of images like that, and then it becomes a carousel ad. But here I'm not running a carousel ad. I'm not, for the sake of this tutorial, so I'm going to leave it as single image or video. And so we have it that way. So now the next thing we want to do is, here is where you paste the primary text that shows why the ad is being displayed. So there's something that Facebook has done here that I want to show you. So let's say that let's write get our super clean eye jar. Okay, get our super eye cleaner. All right, let me just write it like that. I'm not really thinking about anything right now. I'm just using this as a sample. All right, so now the next thing you're going to do, you see that Facebook will actually give you options for copies that you can use for this ad, and which is one of the developments I actually love about Facebook ad. This does not used to be there, but then they started putting it recently. So say goodbye to tired eyes. Our super clean eye cleaner will leave you feeling fresh and refreshed. I can add this, and then I love it, and then I'll actually put that, and then like that we are good to go. And so the next thing that we want to do is you want to write a short headline. You will always want to be beautiful, or let me just write beauty solution you don't want to miss. You can put this or you can put anything, or let me even write limited. Let me just write limited offer available, and so that is it. So let's just put that there, and then let it be there. So you can see other suggestions of headlines: sparkling eyes, no fuse. You can add this, you can use what you wrote, you can add multiple ones. So, and like that, Facebook will actually be rotating them and then be showing them to people. Limited offer available. You can see how this is appearing. Get our super eye cleaner like that. This is the preview, and this is most likely how it will appear both on Facebook, Instagram, and the other placement that you have chosen. So now, once you have said that and then you are pretty much okay with that, then you can add a description. Don't forget to get started now. Now, this is not the description you are going to be putting in your own ad. I'm just using this as sample. And to just show you where all of these things are going to be showing. You can see the description is showing here. You can see it. Don't forget to get started. And then you can see limited offer available. Get our super, and like this is a beautiful ad we have here. Now your CTA, what is your call to action? Do you want to leave it as send message? That is what this button will be reading. Or do you want to add learn more? Do you want it to be learn more? You can see the button will change. So what do you want it to be? So you set it there. So for now, I can leave it at send WhatsApp message, and so it will just show the WhatsApp icon, so those guys know they can WhatsApp you. So now the next thing that you want to do is, once you have set all this and then you are pretty much okay with what you have, then you have created your ad. So the next thing you want to do is you want to hit on publish. So let me show you how this will look like after hitting publish. So let's hit publish on this ad, and let's hope there's nothing wrong with the ad, and then it can just appear on the dashboard before it is approved. Of course, I'm going to switch it off because this is not a real ad, it's a sample ad. So, okay, I think this guy is published. So, if you want to see where that ad is, you just click on cancel, and then you click on that, and then it brings you down here to where you have your ad. So, once you have it, it will be showing processing. Then later on, it will be in review. And when it is approved, Facebook will send you a message that your ad has been approved. And like that, voila, your ad will start running. And so this is the pretty much simple, straightforward way you run ad in 2024. And so if you are stuck around with me till this time, I know you have picked one or two values from this particular video, and right now you can use this information to start creating your ad. Don't forget, go through by creating your business manager account, and then before creating this your ad, so that you'll be able to manage everything together. All right, so this is how we started in 2024. And if you enjoy what you saw, don't forget to subscribe, like this channel, subscribe to this channel, and like this video, so that more people who actually are finding how to create ad in 2024 can find this video and then it will be useful to them. And so that is how we leave it. So let me know what you think in the comment below. Also, if you have any other video you want me to, you have any other topic you want me to make video on, I would like to know in the description, and then I'll go ahead and also make that video. So peace out from here. See you again in the next tutorial. For now, stay cool. Bye bye, and let's go make money.